Gordon Ramsay is one of the world's most famous chefs, not only famed for his cooking ability, but also in helping others transform their failing restaurants. Well, today, I've lined up a slightly less famous chef.
An incredibly less famous chef.
To see if Chef Ramsay practices what he preaches. Starting off, we're between Covent Garden and the River Thames. We are at the prestigious Savoy. I've asked Ben to meet me here, and he should be here any second now.
Right, I'm jumping in straight away here because Barry pre-arranged this and then told me I had to do it because it would be good for the video.
I don't recall any of that happening. The Savoy is one of London's most iconic and historic hotels, dating all the way back to 1889. And inside lies the first Ramsay restaurant I'd booked for Ben. Although I wasn't expecting this.
Yes.
Just recognised you. That's ridiculous.
My usual table? Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Again, to be clear, I don't have a regular table at the Savoy. I wish.
Cheers.
Welcome to the River Restaurant by Gordon Ramsay, the first of 3 experiences that you're here to judge?
To rank.
To rank.
So I've opted to go for 2 fish starters for us to share. Omelette Arnold Bennett, which was literally invented here in the Savoy Hotel, plus a nice velouté.
Of course.
With courgette and Shetland mussels, and then for main, Dover sole, so whole fish, and a bouillabaisse, so mixture of fish.
I've got to say straight off, everyone here is so lovely. I kind of want to give them a cuddle, even though it's not the right thing to do.
Definitely not the right thing to
They
do.
give me the eye like they want to cuddle, but I'm not going to.
Hospitality at its best.
So first up, one of our 2 starters, wild herb velouté. We'll get onto the other later as there's quite a lot riding on that one.
A Shetland mussel, a touch of Scotland from the man himself.
Yeah.
Gotta love a velouté.
I do love a velouté. There's so much going on. The herby soup, the pickled courgettes, and then the pop of that roe. It's just smart.
It's a taste of summer, and I think that's what you expect in a place like this. It's seasonal. It will change based on the seasons we're in, and right now, courgette and herbs is it.
You can get so many things here, but they specialise in fish, and with Ramsay's classically trained background, I'm expecting big things from this.
Which is why we've gone for 2 very sort of classical French-style cooking, but with British produce. So we've got Orkney hand-dyed scallops, we've got Dover sole, but they're very, very classic in their approach. It's so classical. It's exactly as we were trained at college, which actually is where I first met him.
The amount of times I've seen that bloody photograph, it's ridiculous.
It's a terrible photograph of all 3 of us, but it exists. I cooked for Ramsay.
Check out the size of these scallops. There's a lot of saffron in this, which I wasn't expecting, but it's delicious. It works so well with the scallops. Apart from working with the one and only Ben Ebrel, he's got a good track history, isn't he?
We're trained and mentored by some of the best, like Marc-Pierre White, by chefs in Paris and in London. But what I think is brilliant about Ramsay is the mentorship that continues. So many of the top chefs we now love and adore trained under Gordon. The fact is, somewhere as prestigious as a Savoy and the River Restaurant, yes, there's a dress code. Don't rock up in shorts and trainers.
I am wearing trainers, I'm sorry.
But you're made to feel welcome, and that's what good hospitality is.
Yeah.
This next dish was the big one. Omelette Arnold Bennett. Classic, prestigious, and a dish where, especially here, you can't get away with anything but perfection.
If I'm honest, I've ordered this dish because you can't really come to the Savoy and not get it.
Why?
It's been on the menu for 100 years. It was invented here, and it was made for Arnold Bennett, who literally said, I'd like an omelette with some smoked haddock and some hollandaise, and that's what it is.
That's quite a responsibility on Ramsay's shoulders to do this and to do it perfectly.
Do you remember that time I left it for you to do perfectly?
Yeah, no, not so good. These are some of the most sensational eggs I've ever had.
It's a cross between a fluffy cloud and a custard with fish. Smoked fish, subtly smoked fish.
Is there some butter in that?
With a little bit of hollandaise, yeah.
A little bit of butter. Coming to a fancy restaurant and ordering an omelette doesn't seem like you're making the most of the opportunity, but actually you'll get one of the best omelettes you've ever had.
It's a slice of history, it's a slice of heritage, and it's in the building where it started. You know I love a story. If the story is followed up by deliciousness, I'm game.
I notoriously have quite a weak bladder, so I could do a little review of every bathroom. Worth it?
Worth it.
Worth it.
Don't take your wine with you, you have to put that down.
Where are the loos?
Please, sir.
Thank you. That's right, Ben's not the only ranker in this video. Let's give you all what you really want to see. Ramsay's restrooms.
And the gents are on the left.
Amazing. Oh, thanks, mate. Cheers, thank you. Classic marble throughout, nice accented lines of rectangular urinals with privacy screens and splash guards. Posh towels. Nice. Oh, sorry, mate. 4 out of 5. We're done. Let's get the bill. Hold your thoughts to the end, but on to the next. As we paid the bill, I got the eyes again. So this time, I obliged.
He's really thinking, oh God, trainers?
Lovely leisurely lunch, and now perfect time for a matinee.
Food, Evans.
Mean Girls is great.
More food.
Really good.
Our next stop was east, along the River Thames, and Baz had aptly arranged transport in the form of the scenic riverboat to take in the rain.
Ah, did you need a cuddle?
I needed an Uber.
Next up, Ben, we've gone east along the Thames to Gordon's Bread Street Kitchen on the river for some classic British stuff.
Limehouse always intrigues me. It's a slice of history. The basin, it's architectural, it's industrial.
Enough about history, more about food.
I love it.
Now, this Bread Street Kitchen is one of many from around the world, but we're here in Limehouse. It's got very much a neighbourhood vibe to this place.
I like this place because it's got a nice terrace, and on a sunny day, not today, it's got amazing, amazing opportunities to sit outside as well.
Gordon Ramsay has got to be the most famous British chef, hands down. So when he's doing a restaurant based around British food, he's representing this country. He's got to do it well. The 2 dishes we've picked today, steak and ale pie and fish and chips, 2 dishes that we absolutely adore. People fly from all around the world to experience them in the UK, and more often than not, I think people are disappointed by them. Here, they need to deliver on the thing that we love.
As much as we'd have loved to do the beef Wellington, they do that here as well, split between 2. We have made Gordon's beef Wellington in the studio before, so today we're going for classics. I just like the classic. It's about as British classic elevated as you can get. The Savoy was a real treat, but I'm actually really excited for just good pie and mash. Just melts in the mouth.
Oh, look at that, okay, that's perfect. Yes, flaky, not soggy. The best way to eat fish and chips is out of the paper, at the seaside. Sitting down, it's a completely different experience. And this is, don't get much better. That's perfectly done. Plenty of lemon, home sweet home.
What I like about this is you look at the menu, and honestly, it's the kind of menu that you might expect to see in pubs up and down the country. However, not only is it delivered with great service, but it delivers on great pastry, great filling, really creamy buttery mash, sauce to die for. It's basically family favourites on cloud 9. Having grown up watching Gordon on TV, he's kind of made a career out of walking into places, criticising, perfecting, and then mentoring other restaurants as well, which means you therefore have to tick every box to make sure that your place stands on its own 2 feet, which is all about quality. Quality ingredients, simply done, well served, great service in a great environment. If you can tick all those, you've got a great restaurant. It doesn't need a star. I'm glad it hasn't got a star. I feel incredibly comfortable in a casual environment.
I wouldn't dare criticise. Depends though on how his toilets are. What I particularly enjoyed about this place was that there was no chance of ending up anywhere else but the restroom. Very simple, but lovely and fresh. Smells lovely, clean, not too shabby. 4 out of 5. Everybody here is lovely. I need to give them a cuddle.
Did he?
I did.
And so did I.
Oh, 3 pats. Go you.
On to our next stop, and Baz started to feel the cold.
I can't function without 2 jackets.
Ooh, only 2 pats. Devastating.
That is service to the nth degree. You're an idiot.
Number 3, still hungry?
Definitely not.
Tough, because we are next to St Paul's Cathedral for Street Burger by Gordon Ramsay. Let's go. Street Burger launched in London in 2021 and was Ramsay's entry into the casual dining scene, focusing on gourmet burgers and a more relaxing dining atmosphere compared to his fine dining restaurants. We've now gone a lot more casual. We're talking street food from around the world.
Strapped into a burger bun. So obviously I've gone for an idiot burger because a burger is a sandwich, onion rings and umami dip.
We also have to go for Gordon's fried chicken. Spectacular looking burger.
This is seriously juicy, not just the patty and the cheese, but then the short rib, the mushroom, which is unctuous, and the tomato. And yet, it still holds together a really good burger you just want to go back for more of.
I've had my fair share of chicken sandwiches, and I thought I had it all, but that again is completely different. Love the kimchi, cheese and hash brown vibes.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah. He's taken the mickey out of himself with memes like idiot burger. You've got the menage a trois burger. You've got umami dip. What even is umami dip other than delicious? Sweet, salty, oh nice. What I was impressed with was when you flip the menu over, there's as many cocktails, wine options.
Yeah. We still got taken to our table by the lovely Alex. We've got a wine list. It's a proper restaurant. Everywhere we've been so far has been food to face. Here it's face to food because it's creating a mess. It's kind of the point.
Barry had already had Kaufman fries with the fish and chips, so we opted for onion rings, and it's a mountain of them. They are crispy and delicious. Another whole drink there, so you must be needing a wee.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, not really, but I'll go anyway. Obviously, I was escorted all the way. Thank you, Alex. Yep, smallest one so far, but I think it will do nicely. 4 out of 5. Right, we'll get a bill, and then you need to rank these places off.
I got a hat.
I got a cuddle.
And we were off.
Chef Ebbers, the time has come. Number 3.
Personally, today, it's Street Burger, not because of any fault with the food or the service. It's just that I'm not a fast food kind of guy and I like cutlery.
All right, okay, fair.
My second position goes to River Restaurant at Savoy. Everything was faultless. The service was phenomenal. It was special food, but it gets number 2.
So you're telling me that number 1 is your local. Funny that.
Well, not just because it's my local. It's Bridge Street Kitchen. It's all over the world. I love a pub classic if it's done well. It was brilliant food. Service was still great. Love the location. For me today, number 1.
With Ben's rankings locked in, I had a final, potentially very exciting stop planned for the day. The man himself, Gordon Ramsay, was launching 2 brand new restaurants that evening, and I'd managed to blag us in to the launch event. I thought if there was a slither of a possibility I could get Ben in front of Chef Ramsay telling him what he'd been doing all day, it would be a good watch. And we only bloody got him. We've tasked Ben here to rank your restaurants off.
No.
So I know. I think he's had to pick a favourite.
Oh,
most importantly, a last favourite.
that's like saying your favourite child. Then they grow up with a complex, which I can't do.
Gordon told us all about the restaurants and how he plans to use them to help wannabe chefs like this little fella.
We've got the academy coming here.
Yeah.
So the idea is just getting behind that educational point of view and giving these kids sort of 1, 2, 3, 4 week intense training. They haven't got the time for that 12-month, 18-month training period. So we're going to chop that up and sort of rejuvenate that level of training.
I'm surprised he didn't remember you.
If he had, I probably wouldn't be ranking his restaurants on YouTube.
And I know what you're all thinking. Surely he didn't. Do you mind if I... Surely I did. I got a cuddle! Video complete. I didn't tell you my restroom rankings.